born and bred here in Auckland, or?
No, originally from Tokoro.
Oh, that's right, Maria and all that. Yep.
We're from Bill Country, so no, we were born and raised down there, and then up here for high schools.
Who you play for? And who, eh?
Yep. But I always used to, even living down in the Waikato, like I always used to watch the Blues play. You know, Auckland and the Blues play, because Michael Jones was up here. Sorry, Sir Michael Jones was up here.
Yes, get it right, man.
So, no, I had a lot of favourites, Inga Tuingamala as well. So there was heaps of heroes I used to look up to, you know, when I was living in Tokoro.
But did you always play, was it always rugby? They would have been league down in Tokoro.
My bro played quite a bit of league for Pacific down there. But I was always rugby, and I always liked it. I always wanted to play league.
Right, you should have played.
No, I always wanted to play league.
You maybe would have won the grand final if you were playing for us, bro. What would you have played if you played league?
Well, to see some of the guys now, like I think I'd be a forward, but I don't know if I'd be big enough to play in the forwards. And what about you? You play rugby?
I started playing rugby. As all Kiwi kids growing up, they all want to be an All Blacks, mate, but only to select few become All Blacks. But then I started playing Walter Dixon, and then I think that's the only sort of rep football rugby I played. And then the coach wanted to coach league.
Yes.
So he brought me over. He said, "Do you want to come and try this game?" And it was new to me, but fully once I played it, it was the best game. I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
It was perfect for me, man.
Yes.
That was Bay Ross School, because it was close to my school, so we were training at Three Kings, and then we'll go down and play. Actually, a teammate of it, Dougie Howlett.
Yes.
Dougie, good man.
Yes.
He was a good league man as well.
Was he?
So he played both. So he came and played a few games for us. He was at, I think he was at Grammar then, but he was also a Mount Albert Lions man.
No one, is that where you learned to tackle?
I'm not this guy. I don't know where he learned his wheels from, but no, he was good, man. I never forget that day we were doing sprints, and then he just striding past us all. So who did you grow up playing with who was your team? Who was in your years?
Oh yeah, I like the best part was playing with my bro Luke. He was there, but we had Arena. Oh man, always safe. I always felt safe on the on the rugby field with my bro there. But Meeks was there, Bradley Mika, and Arena IE as well. It was good. It was just we were all local boys, so and it was great. It was just all the boys from Old Ere, Uruhu and De La Salle, you know.
I remember that first 15 combination. Old Ere, well not Old Ere, it's Odu College.
Yes.
Arena IE, first 5, Ali Lautiti, second 5.
Oh my goodness.
Come on. They could have stopped that, man.
Well, I was a Lucy back at school.
Yeah.
And I remember they always used to do 1 or 2 cuts. And usually you don't see someone that big coming down on these knees like pumping, and I'd seen the back of his boots quite a few times, Monty.
Oh, it was Somali, man.
Amazing.
Even Arena, man. He's still playing now, really.
Yeah, I think he's still doing some work up in the States these days. So also, it was like growing up here in Auckland and actually getting a chance to, you know, play for the Warriors as well.
I guess born and bred also, it's what I thought about, you know, after I decided I wanted to play rugby league, and obviously I was a scholarship for the Warriors at 95, and they had dreams, aspirations, and there was a lot of hype around the club and what they were going to do. So that was one thing I always wanted to do, was captain this club and play for this club where I grew up and play in front of my friends and families, and I guess I grew up at the Warriors, man.
Yep.
You know, I had a lot of hair when I first started there, and left as the years went on. But you know, some good times with some great players. You know, mentioned Ali Lauatiti, Sony Famoina.
Yes.
Even had the great taste of the Keven Campions, the Ivan Clearys.
Yes.
Come over. But we sort of loved it, because back in the day when we were doing pretty good, we looked across the 2003 and your era and the boys that are, you mentioned Mix was a fantastic player. Jerome Pino, all the boys, and we'll sort of often meet up, and when we were young coming through, we'd catch up just around there in the viaduct and have a few after game beverages. Not you though, not you, because you were at church the next day. But you know, it was good. So always not only aspired to be good rugby league players in ourselves, but we'll look across and see what our teammates were doing, you know, and you know, Wax, rest in love. He was another great player, and saw those boys of the era, man. It was real good. But to play, be born and bred, and captain the Warriors was awesome. It was awesome.
I was just thinking also, I still remember catching up at the club in Manukau. Like,
yeah,
how cool was it? Like for us to be able to do some of the amazing things and still catch up in the grassroots teams.
Oh, that's what I mean. It's awesome, and you know, as you grow up and you hear of guys like yourself at other schools, and you get to see them and at the first 15 games, or you get to play against them or train with them. You know, we had some of those joint sessions, Blues and the Warriors. It was awesome. It was awesome. I still remember when I beat Joe Rockefeller in that race. No, I didn't. It was a race to get some water. But you know, some absolute legends, mate. You know, and Carlos was there as well. And, just real highlights growing up, you know, and training with you guys. And that's why I think it's pretty cool that finally, after all of these years, on the one field, you get the two codes.
Yes, oh, I love it. I mean, I can't wait to see both teams down there. Looking forward to seeing our people getting behind our teams, you know. That's when our boys are at their best.
That's we played that game, Tsunami game.
Yep.
We played in that game, Mark. Yeah, I think you bashed me.
I still got the mark when I got the flying.
That's not fair, man. Fair play over here. Until you asked me about what it was like to captain the Warriors yourself, man. Leadership's been huge. What about you?
Always a privilege to step out onto the field and even just put our jerseys on that we always looked up to. But having the responsibility of like being a leader as well, it's. I think when I was young, I just always thought it took something a little, had to be a little bit different. But you always put in those positions for a reason, and so I think the more chances I had to just realise that you just got to be more of yourself, and that's it. That's pretty much that's a moment that I think you start realising you can lead better. What that was for me. So
I think when you're authentic, I think that makes the love for you organic, and it happens in and around it. What about you, man? Yes, the highlights for you and what you've done, man. Your career was amazing. You know, obviously here in Auckland, I covered a lot of your blue stuff, but All Blacks, man, your career. I mean, you inspired a lot of young guys from outside of the world and even here in New Zealand.
Oh, I think when I think about it, like we had the chance to do what our heroes did for us, you know. So I think that's an awesome part of it when we get a chance to inspire others. But it's the same as everyone else. We just wanted to wear that jersey and do it proud and try and leave things in better hands than what we got it. So, which was pretty hard because we had some awesome people come before us, right?
It was some of the favourite boys you played with or alongside or against, man.
It was like there's so many. I was just thinking when we had our big games, like I was lucky to play with some really good forwards, you know. And so another one we rest in love as well, JC, and having guys like him and Rodney Soialo and Lome as well.
Scary boys.
Yeah, you just know, like when you go on the field, there's boys that got your back as well. So we had some great guys we played alongside, and the guys that we'd see on the streets every day.
Reverend Samoa won holiday festive season for Christmas, and JC was there, and he'll come after working on the plantation all day, and he'll bring his cousins along, and a couple of my friends were there.
Yes.
He'll make his cousins fan us for the whole night in a nightclub. He's a good man, JC.
Yes.
But I talked to Wendell Saylor, I talked to a lot of guys, and they all talk about JC.
Yes.
They're all scared of Jerry Collins, man. He was an absolute beast. He wasn't big.
No, not the biggest man, but he had some huge guns on him.
Oh, but that look in his eyes too.
Yes.
When he set his sights on you, bro.
Yes.
Oh, wicked man.
You'd see forwards like forwarding around the corner, and every time they'd like be looking to see who's in front of them.
So what about league players then? So like if you think about those guys that you've got to play against, what about some of the league players that you would have liked on your team, or you wouldn't have wanted to play against?
I would have loved to play alongside someone like Stacey Jones. He'd be awesome to run off. I really love the attacking side of rugby and league, and I just thought of how cool would it be just to run a line and just have him put you in a hole like that,
I feel sorry for Staves. Back in the day when I had to pass in the balls from dummy half, we'd get these high upper bridges, or we'd get those ones where we had to always pick it up. I throw these balls and I'd go, but Stace would just pick it up.
Yes.
Best hands in the business, man. He's a good man, Stace.
Also, I love to play alongside you. There's.
You just say that now.
No, I was just thinking like there's guys on the field you just know they have your back, and you're just willing to go to that place with them.
Always, but right with you, eh? And for you, I mean, the game's changed a lot since I played for rugby league, but what about for you in rugby? How's it changed, man?
I think it's the athleticism.
Yeah.
You know, like guys are big and they move really well, and you can just see in some of their skill sets. You know, see guys like Bodie, the way he's not a big man, but he runs 100 miles, 100k into tackles and into contact, but he's got sweet skills. You know, so just you can see a well-rounded player, and I think for our boys, it's just making sure they have that confidence and really back themselves. You know.
He's an animal, man. Even his brother Geordie, but I know the athletes are bigger, so much bigger in rugby league. But I don't. Maybe not at the Warriors at the time, but about the pace of the game. So I think the pace of the game in rugby league now, especially, is fast, man. Like and I always go back to the old eras, but the era of today, I've got to say, man, they're bigger, they're strong, they're fast. Everyone's fit. So how you get that edge on each team, I don't know. Do you watch any of the Warriors of late? You watch him? Who's your favourite player? You got to say Roger, eh?
Of course, Roger. But our new skip for the Nines, I met him when he was like. Yeah, I met him when he was at Max and he was doing a bit of both codes. So I just love the way he just goes about his work. You know, brings good energy to the team. Yeah. But of course, Skip.
Yeah. He's a freak, man. So he was a rugby player growing up, eh?
No way.
Yeah, he played in the New Zealand secondary schools.
Yes.
I think he played with Nani and a few of the other boys. So, there was talk about him when he was going to cross codes and play, and everyone goes, I don't know, but he'd be good at rugby too, wouldn't he?
Yeah, easy crossover.
Yeah. Sort of when you talk about you potentially wanting to play league, I think about some of the converts that came over from the Blues as well. You got Shaki Robinson, Mark Carter.
Yes. JK.
Sir
JK.
So you've got to get these sirs right, man. You've missed a couple of sirs. Who do you think was the one that surprised you in that? Like Shaki, when Shaki came over and he started playing hooker, that surprised me. Mark Robinson.
Yeah. I thought he would be the best convert. You know, especially physically, I thought he would be a person that could come in and like.
As a beast.
Yeah. Make that transition quicker, and coming from it being a halfback as well, they have a skill set. But the difference is like halfbacks in rugby don't make as many tackles or tackle like that, you know. Tackle the way like a 9 does in league, right?
Who do you reckon is better suited to cross over to league now if you look at the rugby?
Ooh. What do you reckon?
Not too sure with the rugby boys because I'm always hard because I'm a Blues Chiefs man as well.
Yes, of course.
I'm both. So I'm just trying to think about who'd be the superior athletes. But I think for me, I was talking a bit of boxing with him the other day. Rico Ioane.
Yes.
I mean he's a very good. Very good player. He's an athlete, he can do whatever. And his skill set and what he's done already in the black jumper, and then for the Blues is pretty good. And he's still young too, man. He's only 22, man.
I even thought like someone like TJ Faiani, like guys that they can move, and they can tackle, so might just need a few extra kgs on it, you think?
Tempo Kalepo. Remember that name, Tempo Kalepo?
Yep.
He was a second five at King's College.
Yes.
And I saw him playing, and I watch a bit of rugby occasionally, and I thought this kid could play as a second five.
Yes.
He signed for the Warriors, so watch out for that name this year.
Okay.
Make sure you don't let me down, Tempo. Tempo Kalepo. He's a wonderful player, man.
Got him. Beautiful.
So what year did you finish?
2015.
Sorry about you, 2015. No, I finished early, man. I think I was 28 when I finished, 29, but 2015. So you mentioned you fly the flags now.
Yes.
Was that hard? Did you miss the first pre-season, or did you struggle with the transition, or?
Definitely didn't miss the first pre-season. It's just weird. I think the first year when you finish, and the routine's different.
Yeah.
Because especially for us, like we've been doing it for such a long time, and beginning of the year was quite different. Not to be in pre-season mode, like getting yourself ready. You always you go to a special place in pre-season, right? That was trying to apply that into life and into our local gym, which we're doing a bit of work at. So different type of work, eh?
Yeah. Oh no.
Still a lot of work, but
your culture I see within your gym is going really well now. Fly the flags. Do you get to many games, or what type of a fan are you?
Yeah, I'll get to games. I do enjoy watching at home because I can just say what I like.
Yeah.
No, I'll get down to games, but wherever I am, I'm watching Blues games, so
Yeah.
I'm always behind our boys. Same as you.
Yep.
You get down to how many games?
I think this year I'll probably do a bit more of just watching as a pure fan. Like I've been lucky enough to do some stuff and covering the Sky, but I think I might have a few home games off. Also, I think I might just go back to a long time ago where I can just go and enjoy the game and watch the boys play. I get a lot of admiration for the players and what they do and how they play, and even the opposition.
Yep. Also, what's it like? I remember my first couple of years out trying to watch games. Like, it's the hardest thing because you want to go in there and do something.
Yeah.
What's it like? Does it get easier? Do you find it gets easier?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I don't want to do anything. No, if I'm honest, I sometimes miss what you do in the warm-up and how you have to get over an opposition pack and getting up for that and getting the people around you up for that too.
Yes.
And then calling on them through the games, like knowing that you've got a Ali Lauteri, knowing you've got a big Richard Villasanti and asking them, challenging them to do something, right? Villa the gorilla.
Yes.
You know, Villa, I need you to take this guy out. You need to go. Come on, now's the time.
Yes.
And seeing them respond.
Yes.
Because, you know, we've played in the good teams, which you go, you turn up and you think, you know you're going to win.
Yes.
You know you're going to win, and,
Yes.
and it's about how you do win. But then you've also played in the hard teams. It's one of those times I was out there about smart clapping and I could hear myself clapping during the Tainui days, you know, and that's hard. But if there's anything I miss that as the camaraderie as a group where you sort of slowly grind through the game out to a win. You know,
Yes.
and you get to raise at the end. What about your fans, bro? Over the years, the Blues fans, they're good fans? You reckon they're as good as the Warriors fans?
I know the Warriors fans are good. You know, when you're talking about people that will stay with you right to the end and through thick and thin. I just feel like when I walk along the streets and stuff, especially like around where I live, they will back you to the days, you know. I know we've got
So are you all in? Are you all in with the Warriors?
Always.
Thank you.
Always.
Thank you. All in.
And with our team, you know that they care because they're very passionate,
Yeah.
which can go on both sides. So
Yeah.
if they don't say anything, then no one really cares about them. So the passionate
Yeah,
supporters.
very passionate. Very passionate. You know? And I guess with that passion comes a bit of criticism, but also, you know, the right times a bit of, and that's constructive too, I guess. That's all good, man. So Lee, what do you think about the Eco man?
Man, crazy, I'm going to be down here.
It's probably just the entree for you and those muscles, man, eh?
You got to feed these things.
Man, I got that. I can't believe so. You're 108, you're the same weight as you were when you're playing.
I know. I was hoping to like drop weight, but
Drop weight, you can't drop muscles.
oh, no.
Wow.
Train to eat, eh?
Yeah, no, but the
Trying
food,
to-
man. Seriously, how do you rate the food? I love the food.
Fresh and tasty.
Eco Bowl down at the fish markets, yeah?
Yes. Be back.
Oh, yes.
Yes.